Hi, this is Karen from North Beach Windsurfing, and today we're going to talk about how Bic daggerboards work, how they go up and down, and how you put them in and out of a board. Sometimes it can be kind of tricky if you haven't seen one before. So here we have a Bic Nova, but the way the daggerboard in the daggerboard cassette works is the same for pretty much all newer Bic boards. So we'll come over here and we'll take a look at this. So you can see when you're looking at the top of the board, the daggerboard is in the board, and this whole black piece is the daggerboard cassette that comes in and out of the board when you remove it. When the daggerboard cassette is in the board, for the daggerboard to go up and down, the function is pretty simple, but there is one little trick to getting the daggerboard up and down. If you just try to push the daggerboard down, just to pivot it down with your hand, here, it seems like it's never going to move. You can push really hard, nothing ever happens. The trick is that there's a little spring-loaded piece in there. And so what you have to do is with your foot, if you're sailing, or with your hand, if you're just putting the daggerboard down, is to push this part of the daggerboard back to the back of the board. So what we're going to do is we're just going to push straight back on the daggerboard to activate that spring-loaded part, and then it pivots right down. And when that knob is back on the top of the board, you can see that the daggerboard is down, sticking out of the bottom of the board. Okay, so the next part is how do you take the daggerboard out of the board altogether if you want to remove the daggerboard to be able to stack them on the roof of your car to tie them down or to store them in your garage better, or just if you want to know how it works. So what you do is you have the daggerboard down or partway down, and then you're just going to find these two little levers right here. And you can even see right there where it says lift. And so what we're going to do is we're going to pull up on these guys, and sometimes they're pretty sticky. With my weak little girl hands, I can't pull it up. So you can either use a screwdriver, where you just tuck it under the edge of one of these and lever back on it to pull it up. Or if you have a Europin mast base, that works really well too. You can just sneak that under the edge there and pull up on it. And so you can see when you pull up on those tabs, then the whole cassette comes out of the board, and you can see that those tabs just lift up a little bit. And once they lift up, this entire cassette will come out of the board, and you have to pull it forward a little bit because on the back side there are these two tabs right here that when you put it in the board fit under the edge of the board in the daggerboard well. So then the whole thing comes out, and then you have your daggerboard separate from the board. You just have the opening in your board. You can sail your board this way, or if you have the Bic WindSUP paddleboard, you can paddle it this way without the added weight of the daggerboard cassette. When you're ready to windsurf it and you want to put it back in, you're just going to take the daggerboard. You're going to find those two notches at the back. You're going to slide the daggerboard into the cassette. You're going to make sure that those two notches go in first. See if I can get this where you can see it. So those two notches fit inside of there. Then the whole thing pushes down. You want these tabs up, right? So we have those tabs lifted up. You push the whole thing in firmly, and then you just push down on those tabs to lock it in place. Everything's in there solid, and you're good to go. If you have any other questions about this, or anything else really, anything you need some tips or tricks about, feel free to leave it in the comments below or give us a call. It's North Beach Windsurfing, 727-656-6569. Hope to see you on the water soon.